As a retired Special Forces operative, he was once a top-tier agent. Now all he wants is to live a quiet life with his daughter. But on his way home one evening, a heavy-set man flicks a cigarette butt onto his shoulder. He doesn't get angry. He simply nods politely. The man isn't satisfied. He reverses his car and clips him with the side mirror, knocking him to the ground. Even though the whole thing is clearly the other man's fault, the heavy-set man demands that Mr. Kim pay for the damage to his mirror and get on his knees to apologize. Mr. Kim glances around. Neighbors are watching from every direction. He swallows his pride and kneels, seeing how easy this man is to push around. The bully isn't about to let him off. Even after the apology, he throws a punch. There's a reason Mr. Kim endures all of this in silence. He can't afford to reveal who he really is. In his former life, he ran espionage operations across multiple countries. He even planned the assassination of a foreign head of state. He's retired now, but several nations still have active warrants out for him. More importantly, he has a daughter to protect. If his enemies ever learn she exists, her life is over. Being a single father isn't easy. His daughter Minji has a keep-out sign taped to her bedroom door. If her mother hadn't died so young, Minji would have had a normal, happy family, and maybe she wouldn't be getting bullied at school every day. When the other girls come at her, she doesn't fight back. One day, a voice steps in and stops the bullying, but the person pinches their nose while talking to her, making Minji feel even more humiliated. After they leave, she sniffs her own clothes. She's been around her father so long she can't even tell anymore. Mr. Kim is just an ordinary office worker. His colleagues all drive to work. He takes the bus. His daughter's birthday is coming up, but he spent his entire adult life on missions. He has no idea what a teenage girl wants. A female coworker helps him pick out an expensive top. He sneaks it home and hides it in the closet, planning to surprise Minji on the day. But when he gets home, he finds her standing silently in front of the washing machine. She's been washing his clothes separately from hers. He knows what this means. His daughter is embarrassed by him. It hurts, but he understands. Minji hates her life. She scrolls through her classmates' social media, designer bags, luxury cars, flawless makeup, and the envy eats her alive. Then she looks at her father. Utterly ordinary. She has a crush on a boy in her class, but he happens to be the boyfriend of her bully. During gym class, Minji discovers her uniform is missing. A boy with glasses quietly tells her to check the trash can. There it is, soaked in soy sauce and thrown away. She knows exactly who did it. She says nothing. On her way to the gymnasium, she runs into the boy she likes. Without a word, he drapes his own gym jacket over her shoulders. Minji is flustered. When she walks into class wearing his jacket, Hairi, the bully, his girlfriend, sees it immediately. Something inside her snaps. She decides Minji needs to be punished in a way she'll never forget. The next day, Minji comes to return the jacket. The boy isn't there, then appears out of nowhere and adds her as a friend on his phone. Hairi sees the whole thing. That afternoon, two girls grab Minji and drag her to the equipment room. Hairi is already waiting. The moment Minji walks in, Hairi slaps her across the face. Minji tells her she'll cut off contact with the boy, it's not worth the trouble. Hairi just laughs. Then she kicks Minji to the ground. She says she's not angry because Minji is stealing her toy. She's angry because Minji smells so bad she'll make the toy stink too. She orders her two lackeys to hold Minji down. Then she leans in close and sniffs her, one side, then the other. Then she says something about Minji's dead mother. That is the line. Minji's mother is the one wound she keeps buried deeper than anything else. Rage detonates. She kicks Hairi across the room, rips free from the other two, and launches herself at the bully. Hairi has never seen Minji fight back. She's caught completely off guard. Even when both lackeys jump in, they can't stop it. The principal calls Mr. Kim personally. Come to the school. Now, when Minji was being bullied, the school did nothing, because the two girls are not equals. Hairi's father is Chairman Ju, head of the largest conglomerate in the region, controlling most of the local economy. In this town, he is the sky. Chairman Ju receives a call from his wife. Their daughter was attacked at school. He arrives at the principal's office. The principal stands meekly to one side, terrified that this man of limitless power will blame him. A knock at the door. Mr. Kim has finally arrived. The head teacher immediately scolds him for being late, while glancing nervously at the chairman seated above them all. Mr. Kim looks at his daughter, then bows deeply in apology. Chairman Ju doesn't attack right away. He studies this father from head to toe. The principal tells Mr. Kim to keep quiet. No one cares about Minji's side of the story. The head teacher urges Mr. Kim to propose a resolution. Hairi's mother demands a school-wide assembly where Minji will publicly apologize to her daughter and have the incident permanently entered into her academic record. To protect his daughter's future, Mr. Kim slowly lowers himself to his knees. Minji screams at him. She calls him pathetic, says he has no dignity. Chairman Ju hasn't spoken a single word this entire time. He wanted to gauge this man's strength. Now he has his answer, just a nobody. Mr. Kim says he's a single father. He failed to discipline his daughter, and that's on him. He asks the chairman, father, to show mercy. He promises to transfer Minji to another school. She will never appear in Hairi's life again. Chairman Ju finally speaks. He accepts. As father and daughter walk away, the chairman asks the principal what Mr. Kim does for a living. Just an ordinary company employee. Nothing to worry about. Then he warns the school, if anything like this happens again, this institution will cease to exist. The principal and head teacher bow as the chairman's motorcade pulls away. On the school grounds, Minji turns on her father. Why is it that when she's the one being bullied, nobody cares, but the moment she fights back, she has to transfer? It wasn't her fault. Why did he kneel? Is it just because they have no money and no power? Mr. Kim has no answer. He spent his entire life serving his country. The one person he failed was his daughter. When his superiors denied his request to retire, he held a gun to his commander's head to force the discharge so he could come back and be her father. And now reality has crushed him again. That night, Minji doesn't come home. She tells him she's sleeping at a friend's house. Mr. Kim visits his wife's grave. He's failed their daughter. He's failed her. He waits up until midnight and calls Minji. No answer. By morning, she still hasn't returned. He calls the friend, who says Minji never came over. Panic sets in. He races to the school. Minji didn't show up today either. Outside the classroom, he spots a boy covered in bruises, the same one who waved to Minji when they left the principal's office the day before.
우리 민지랑 만난 적 있니?
그 DM 제가 보낸 거 아니에요. 어떤 깡패 같은 형들이 어쩔 수가 없었어요.
On the path outside, Mr. Kim notices a trail of bloody footprints. His instincts fire immediately. He follows the trail to a large pool of dried blood and a hair tie lying beside it. He recognizes it as Hyri's. Years of espionage training take over. When Hyri realizes the hair tie is missing, she'll come back to look for it. So he waits. Hours pass. Finally, two figures approach. One of them is Hyri. Mr. Kim steps out from behind them, holds up the hair tie, and asks where his daughter is. The thug with Hyri tells him to get lost. When Mr. Kim doesn't move, the thug throws a punch. Mr. Kim sidesteps it effortlessly. The thug strips off his shirt, revealing a back covered in tattoos. He steps forward and tells Mr. Kim to take off his shirt too. Let's settle this properly. Mr. Kim removes his shirt. His body is a map of scars, bullet wounds, blade marks, burns, the kind that don't come from street fights. The thug stares. He realizes he's standing in front of something far more dangerous than he's ever encountered. This is where the first episode ends. This is a brand new series.
这是刚刚上映的一部新剧，目前首播一集，进步